folks are using their platform out there.
Yeah.
And they're turning some heads.
Yeah, man. You know I'm going, man. Like I tell you, I have been so impressed. Our boy, man, we hung out earlier this year.
Yeah.
Our boy D1 came to Chicago, man, and did a concert. Came out here and kicked it with us. He was here with the Firehouse first, and then stayed over and did our one Lawndale service, and then we went out to which one was the LL Cool J one?
LL.
Yeah. We went to that concert together, man, and just to see what he's doing now, man, like how he's just asking for accountability in hip hop, man. Like I thought it was dope. Now, people have their different feelings about like whether he should have called people out by name and all that stuff. That's not the point of my point at all. My point is a Christian hip hop artist who is explicitly saying, I love Jesus, I rhyme about Jesus, and I'm a hip hopper, is making so much noise in the culture that artists who normally would not even be paying attention to somebody in our genre are responding, are being called accountable, are being trying to be held accountable, and artists who probably are taking a hit in their own following are affirming him. You know what I mean? Because of it, real icons. I saw a video of DMC was like big up in them. I saw Nas. That Sway's been doing it. The Hip Hop Architect just hit him up with $1,000 for his new album. From the hood to Harvard. Like he making some noise, man. I think 2023 is showing us that like this is his lane. That's what he feels like he's been called to do. And that's what I feel like. He's being creative. He's using his platform in a way that's different. And it's making some noise, And
I remember when I think Mike Dyson was talking about hip hop being accountable for his lyrics. I think Cornell came out, and I think around that time, Walmart said, "You know what? We're going to have the edited version or the clean version." So even now when you buy stuff on Apple, it'll be like, "You want the extreme version, or you want to." So that era, that level of accountability was kicking in that way, right? And sometimes, cats make money. They think they God, right? And they can say what they want to say and how they want to say it without real, any real thing. When D1 was talking about, man, I listen to y'all, man. I like, I'm with. It ain't like I'm dissing y'all because y'all whack artists.
Yeah.
And then Mug's going to talk about how many turkeys they give away. Man, he wasn't even talking about turkeys, man. He wasn't even talking about turkey. So it was one of them kind of things where that level of social commentary, that level of accountability, bringing that out, through our rhymes and through artistry, right?
Right.
Do a YouTube listening party, where you listening, it's recorded, it's all vibing, and then y'all talking about the thing, getting people online talking about it as well. But that level of social engagement really demands an awareness of what socially is going on.
That's
and
right.
And the critical work of bridging the two, so that you're not just giving just try Jesus,
right.
And though there's some reality in that space, when you're hungry and you're living in a tent and you're from another place, try Jesus got to bring my daughter sick.
That's right.
How do I get some medicine for her? And then we gotta. That's the work that it takes. But we need to, even challenge more artists in that way. And I think that, it's not like artists haven't done this before. Again, in one era,
absolutely.
But they didn't have the platform like this, right? They didn't have a platform like that, right? So find a way in your niche. Not everybody can do everything. I'm gonna do this and the bogus education and bogus economics and women's rights. Find that lane where you're passionate in as an artist and bring about some conviction in that space, right? Even to the degree where you're ready to take a hit for it because of other artists, maybe in the same genre or other artists outside of that, whether it's the artists that are out there doing that kind of stuff, right? I think when you look at rock music, nobody's holding rock music accountable.
Right.
I'm gonna cut the baby up and feed it to your grandma, right?
It reminds me. You remember back in the day when I think it was KJ52. I hope I ain't making this up, but he did a song called "Dear Slim" or something. And because people kept saying he was sounding like Eminem back in the day, and so he did a song where he literally wrote a song to Eminem, like You know, I don't
Right.
know if Eminem ever responded or heard it or anything. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Right.
But like, that's what I see with D1, except what I love about D1 is he adds the social commentary to it. It's not just, hey, I want you to know Jesus. It's, wait a minute, Meek Mill. Like, you got out of jail and said you were all about prison reform. And now you're doing all these things and holding these conferences and all this stuff about prison reform. And then when you drop a song, you're talking
Right.
about mocking people and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Or, you know, and so I just think, you know, that holds more weight, because what you're
Right.
saying is you're promoting one thing
Right.
with your life, and then in your artistry you're saying something different. And I love that he pulled out this narrative of, you got to remember that your music is not just entertainment. And, you know what I mean? Especially when you get to be a certain age and you have a certain kind of like notoriety in the game, because now it's other artists
Right.
that are trying to be like you, not just the listener,
Yeah.
but the artists who are saying, "Oh, you're my favorite artist. I'm gonna pattern myself after you."
Right.
So I thought that was dope, and the fact that, you know, I mean, the bottom line, the whole idea of not being afraid, like, I don't really care what y'all say or how you respond. Like, this is truth. I think it emboldened me as a preacher to be like, yo, you just got to speak truth, man. Like, you know what I mean? And love. And he was loving them dudes. I'm not saying this because I hate you or don't like you. I'm saying it because I love you. That line, I love you too much not to tell you the truth.